Guys, welcome back to the channel. I figured I'd do like an in-year wrap-up of all of 2023. I know I haven't been on YouTube as much. We've been on TikTok more. It's just easier for me to put videos on TikTok than it is YouTube. So let's go check our list and we'll walk around the farm and show you some of the things we've done and some of the things we're going to continue on into 2024. So here's a list of some of the things I want to do through the year or want to save up to do. I haven't changed the oil in the K1690 yet, the Razor or the 1500. I don't use those a lot. The Razor I do need to do the oil in. Was able to find 10,000 baling twine for my square baler. It prefers that. I fixed the roller, put new chains and valves on it. Tires and a new flatbed for my car trailer. That's going to have to wait till next year. I got the barn roof on, and I got my farm lined. So here is the little house garden, I call it, which we sell quite a bit of produce out of this, but it done pretty well. Got everything mowed down and just waiting on till spring. Start over. I can't wait. So here's our barn. Got it stained. We put a black roof on it. It's working pretty well. Another goal I had for this year was to get a V-rake, and we were able to get it. So I've got a V-rake, still got the big tractor. I kind of wish I would have built this shed just a little bit bigger, but it's keeping, I only got it just to keep some of my overflow equipment in because I don't have enough room in the barn. But the shed turned out pretty well. We grew pumpkins, as y'all know, in these two rows right here. Pumpkins done extremely well. We're going to do that next year, but I think I'm going to take from this patch to this patch and plow it up. I'll just till it because my septic system comes in where that blue tub is. My septic system comes in, and the leach lines are in here, so I don't want to get none of that mess. I had this new wagon put on this. Or this new flat put on this wagon this year. I need to get it stained to get it cleaned off. So all my hay wagons now have new flats on them. The cows are doing good. We only have 2 cows. I think I'm going to do something different in the spring with them. Let's go up here and look at the old corn patch here. So the corn done pretty well. I can't complain about the corn. Had some wind damage and some coon damage and bird damage. Could not keep the raccoons, the birds out of it. But we've got it limed, and I'm keeping my hay on it because I hate tracking, because I got a gravel driveway and I hate tracking mud. So I put the hay over here to keep it kind of close to the cows. Because as you can see, time you dump a roll of hay in here, is it's always a muddy mess. And I try to, so I got that entrance there, but there's that power pole right there. And I try to keep at least a clear way of hay and muck, because that line that feeds across my farm, it feeds in like a little neighborhood back behind me, and that's the main line. And every time something goes out, the power company always has to come work on that. So for them to get their trucks in here, I don't want them on that muck, and it's muddy enough as it is, as you can see, but at least they're not going through that hay and manure. So I try to keep it over for them. And plus it's easier for me now, so I can take the tractor, go from here and push down, because right on the other side of that hay ring is where I keep my manure pile at. Hoping to have enough hay this year. I did sell a little bit, so it may hurt me, but I do got some more square bales in the barn up the road, and I've got a few more rolls of hay, as you can see. But the cows, I think I'm going to sell the cows, these last 2 cows in the spring. We've always kept this Frank as our pet, but I think I've decided it's time for him to move on. I think we're going to sell these 2 bigger calves that we've grown out and try to buy 3 or 4 smaller calves to replace them, and try to grow 3 or 4 smaller calves maybe next spring into the fall, and then sell them in the fall and go on with that. don't know. We'll figure that out in the spring, I guess. I think we've had a pretty productive year. We've learned some more stuff about farming, about growing the corn, the green beans. This year was kind of weird for green beans. We always do good with green beans. This year we didn't do as good, so I don't know what, but we are going to put more tomato plants out. Like I said, I don't know, if kind of iffy on the green beans. The corn is a lot easier to grow, to pick, and to handle than it is green beans. We used to make quite a bit of money on green beans, but it's, I don't know, since we're getting our name out there, the corn is kind of taking, I guess, precedence or king. I mean, it's a lot easier to handle, a lot easier to do. And pumpkins, I mean, the pumpkins are a lot easier. I mean, you pretty much plant them, keep the weeds out of them for the first little bit, and then spray them with fertilizer, and they done extremely well. So I don't know, we'll just see as that goes on. So this is my intake lime spreader. I started to try to lime. This is the only last little bit. I got the main part of the farm limed, and I got this little field to lime. And I tried to do it yesterday, and the lime is still too wet. It's been sitting here for about a month because I ran out of time when I done the other farm, and it's just too hard. It's going to drry out some. But I filled that thing up yesterday, and it didn't do nothing. It turned into like a big solid rock. So I had it dumped up. I'm going to continue to dump it out. But this little slime buggy spreader done pretty well for what I needed to do. I mean, but like I said, I just got this little field to do, and that's it over here at the house. So let's go up to the farm. It's just my house and the farm is connected down here at the bottom, in this bottom. But the main how most I get to it is I just turn out my driveway, go up the road a couple feet, and turn into the farm. And here we are. So looking at the farm, I decided to redo the entrance, put some newer posts up. The old posts were rotted away, and it had some old woven wire fence on it. So I still got to finish working on this. Also, I didn't mention this earlier in the video, but I put a wood flatbed on a little farm truck. It turned out pretty good, I think. Pretty happy with it. Here's my other post. So I'm going to stop here. I'm just going to put a 16-foot gate from there to there and leave it alone for now. I am going to put woven wire on each of these, but eventually my plan is to fence off to that tree and then go from that tree to the flat spot over to the other edge of the farm, which is those clump of trees. But we got all this limed. The pond done well. It held water all year long. That's what little bit of lime I got left down there. Just leftover extra crew. I got the burn pile cleaned up where I remember brush. Far over there where those two strips of dirt are, let's see if I can get you right there. There's a ravine, and I've been cleaning it up. I've got almost all the way done, but I'm hoping in like February, March, come in here, and where all this broom sage was, is frost seed some red clover, medium red clover, and get that taken care of. Also down at the very bottom is that plowed up spot. I put that on TikTok. Right there between those two trees, there's a plowed up spot. That's the poorest part of this whole farm. So I'm hoping with it plowed up, with it limed, we can grow something down there. Fescue, clover, something. I think a lot of it is all those trees are here, and it's got too much shade. And of course the sun sets that way. So the only thing it gets is the morning shade, or morning sun, and gets mostly shade. Well, I hope everyone had a good 2023 going into 2024, and hope to see y'all in 2024.